My beloved child, listen closely, for these words are written to remind you of who you truly are and the extraordinary purpose for which you were created. You are not here by accident, nor were you formed without intention. Before the foundations of the earth were laid, I knew you. I saw your unformed body, your first breath, your deepest thoughts, and your greatest dreams. Even now, I am watching over you, guiding your steps, and whispering hope into the corners of your heart. You may not see it yet, but every piece of your life fits into a magnificent design. The joys you have known, the tears you have cried, and even the moments of despair, they are threads in the tapestry of your existence. A tapestry that I am weaving with perfect precision. Though it may seem like chaos to you now, trust in me, for I see the full picture. Every shadow will be turned to light, every loss transformed into gain, and every trial into triumph. You wonder, why me? Why this path? My dear one, the answer is simple yet profound. Because I have chosen you. I have chosen you to bear witness to my love, to carry the light of hope into the darkest places, and to be a living testimony of my grace. Your life, with all its complexities, is part of a story far greater than you can imagine. You are a key chapter in a narrative that spans generations, one that brings glory to my name and redemption to the world. But let us be honest, the road I have set before you is not always easy. There are moments when the weight feels unbearable, when the silence feels deafening, and when the pain threatens to overwhelm you. In those moments, I need you to remember this. I am with you. I will never leave you nor forsake you. My love for you is unshakable, unbreakable, and eternal. When you are weak, I am your strength. When you are lost, I am your guide. When you are broken, I am your healer. Do not be afraid to bring your fears, doubts, and questions to me. I am not a distant or unapproachable God. I am your Father, your Creator, and your closest friend. Speak to me as you would to someone you trust with your life. Pour out your heart, for I long to hear your voice. Do not hold back, for I already know every thought that passes through your mind and every feeling that stirs within your soul. Yet I delight when you choose to share them with me, for it is in our communion that your burdens are lifted and your spirit is renewed. My child, there is so much more to you than what meets the eye. The world may try to define you by your mistakes, your shortcomings, or your circumstances, but I define you by the truth of who I created you to be. You are my masterpiece, fearfully and wonderfully made. You are a vessel of my love, a reflection of my glory, and an heir to my kingdom. Nothing you have done or failed to do can change that. My grace is greater than your sins, and my mercy is new every morning. You must also know this. I have equipped you with everything you need to fulfill your purpose. The gifts and talents within you are not random, they are intentional. They are tools I have given you to make a difference in this world. Do not bury them out of fear or insecurity. Do not compare them to the gifts of others, for I have made you unique. What I have placed within you is meant to shine in its own way, at its own time. Trust in my timing, for it is perfect. The dreams I have placed in your heart are not there by accident. They are seeds of destiny, planted by my hand. Some of those seeds have already begun to sprout, while others remain dormant, waiting for the right season to bloom. Do not lose hope if the harvest seems far away. Keep watering those dreams with faith and patience, and trust that I am working behind the scenes to bring them to fruition. In due time, you will see the fruit of your labor, and it will be more abundant than you ever imagined. There will be moments when you are tempted to give up, to turn away from the path I have set before you. The enemy will try to convince you that you are not enough, that you are too flawed, too weak, or too broken to make a difference. But hear me now, those are lies. You are more than a conqueror through me. You are a warrior, a victor, and a beacon of light in a world that desperately needs hope. Do not let fear or doubt hold you back. Step out in faith, knowing that I am with you every step of the way. As you walk this journey, remember to look to me in all things. Seek my face, and you will find clarity. Seek my will, and you will find purpose. Seek my heart, and you will find peace. I am the source of all you need: wisdom, strength, courage, and love. Do not rely on your own understanding, for it is limited. Trust in my infinite wisdom, for I see the end from the beginning. When you surrender your plans to me, I will direct your paths and make them straight. Never underestimate the power of your faith. Even a mustard seed of faith can move mountains. When you believe in me, you tap into a power greater than anything this world can offer. That power can heal the sick, restore the broken, and bring the dead to life. It can open doors that no man can shut and create opportunities where there seem to be none. It can transform the impossible into the possible. So hold fast to your faith, no matter what challenges come your way. It is your greatest weapon and your strongest shield. My beloved, there is a world waiting for you, a world that needs the light you carry. There are people who need to hear your story, to see your faith in action, and to experience my love through you. Do not hide your light under a bushel. Let it shine brightly for all to see. Be bold in your love, your kindness, and your compassion. Be a living testament to my goodness, and watch as lives are changed because of your obedience. You may not see the full impact of your life this side of eternity, but know this: every act of love, every word of encouragement, and every step of faith has a ripple effect that reaches far beyond what you can imagine. Your life matters, your choices matter, and your faithfulness will be rewarded in ways that surpass your wildest dreams. Stay close to me, my precious child. Abide in my love, and let it fill you to overflowing. Draw strength from my word, for it is a lamp unto your feet and a light unto your path. Surround yourself with others who seek me, for together you can accomplish far more than you could alone. And never forget that you are loved, deeply, unconditionally, and eternally. You were chosen for a greater purpose. Walk boldly in that truth, and watch as I do exceedingly abundantly above all you could ever ask or think. There will be days when the weight of the world feels like it is resting squarely on your shoulders. In those moments, I ask you to pause, to breathe deeply, and to turn your eyes to me. Let me remind you that you were never meant to carry your burdens alone. I am here to lift them from you, to carry what you cannot bear, and to give you rest. My yoke is easy, and my burden is light. When you feel overwhelmed, come to me, and I will renew your strength. Do not be ashamed to admit your need for help. Too often you think that you must have all the answers, that you must always be strong, or that seeking help is a sign of weakness. But my child, humility is not weakness, it is wisdom. When you come to me in humility, I fill you with my strength, and my grace becomes sufficient for you. I resist the proud, but give grace to the humble. So do not be afraid to kneel before me, to lay down your pride, and to ask for my guidance. I will never turn you away. Even when you feel alone, you are not truly alone. I have placed people in your life who love you, who pray for you, and who are willing to walk beside you. Sometimes you may overlook them because you are so focused on your struggles, but I encourage you to open your eyes to the blessings that surround you. Look for the friends who encourage you, the family who supports you, and the mentors who guide you. These relationships are gifts from me, and they are meant to help you on your journey. At the same time, be mindful of the relationships that pull you away from me. There will be people in your life who may not understand your faith or your purpose, and they may try to discourage you. Love them, pray for them, but do not let their opinions define you. Surround yourself with those who uplift you, who challenge you to grow, and who inspire you to become all that I have created you to be. Choose wisely, for the company you keep has a powerful influence on the direction of your life. My child, I see the battles you fight, the ones that no one else knows about, the struggles within your mind, the wounds you carry in your heart, and the fears that keep you awake at night. I want you to know that I see them all, and I care deeply about each one. I'm not indifferent to your pain, I am moved by it. When you cry, I am there to catch your tears. When you hurt, my heart aches with you, and when you feel abandoned, I'm closer than you can imagine. Trust that I am working even in your pain. The trials you face are not meant to destroy you, but to refine you. Like gold is refined in the fire, so too are you being refined through the challenges of life. The fire is not meant to consume you, but to purify you, to strip away what is not of me, and to reveal the brilliance of who you are in me. Hold on, my child, for there is purpose in the pain. What you endure today will prepare you for the victories of tomorrow. I know that waiting can be one of the hardest things to do. You long for answers, for breakthroughs, for the fulfillment of promises. But remember this, my timing is perfect. Though it may feel like I am silent or distant, I am neither. I am always working behind the scenes, orchestrating events, aligning circumstances, and preparing you for what is to come. Waiting is not wasted time, it is a time of preparation. Trust me, for I am faithful to fulfill every promise I have made to you. While you wait, do not lose sight of the blessings that are already in your life. It is easy to focus on what you lack or what you are still hoping for, but I encourage you to cultivate a heart of gratitude. Gratitude unlocks the door to joy, even in the midst of uncertainty. Take time each day to thank me for the gifts you have been given, the gift of life, of love, of hope. As you do, you will find that your perspective begins to shift. Instead of feeling weighed down by what you lack, you will feel uplifted by what you have. My beloved, do you know how deeply I delight in you? You are not just a number to me, not just one among billions. You are unique, irreplaceable, and infinitely valuable. When I look at you, I do not see your mistakes or your failures. I see the child I created, the one I love with an everlasting love. You are precious in my sight, and I take joy in watching you grow, in hearing your prayers, and in walking this journey with you. Never doubt your worth, for it is beyond measure. And because you are so precious to me, I have given you a mission. This mission is not a burden but a blessing, not a punishment, but a privilege. I've called you to be a light in the world, to share my love with those who do not yet know it, and to be a source of hope to the weary and the lost. You do not have to be perfect to fulfill this mission. You only need to be willing. I will equip you with all you need, and I will go before you, preparing the way. There is a harvest waiting, a harvest of souls longing for hope, for purpose, for love. The fields are ripe, but the laborers are few. Will you answer my call? Will you step out in faith, even when it feels uncomfortable or uncertain? I promise you this. If you obey my voice, you will see miracles. You will see lives transformed, hearts healed, and chains broken. You will see the impossible become possible, not because of your strength, but because of mine working through you. As you carry out this mission, remember to remain rooted in me. Do not let the demands of life pull you away from your source of strength. Spend time in my presence, seek me in prayer, and meditate on my word. Let my truth be the foundation on which you stand. For the storms of life will come, but those who are rooted in me will not be shaken. I am your rock, your fortress, and your deliverer. Lean on me, and I will sustain you. And as you walk in obedience, know that you are never alone. I have placed my spirit within you to guide you, to comfort you, and to empower you. The same spirit that raised my son from the dead lives in you. With him, you have all the wisdom, strength, and courage you need to face whatever comes your way. Do not quench his voice, listen for his leading, and trust that he will never steer you wrong. You may feel unworthy, unqualified, or ill-equipped, but let me remind you of this truth. I do not call the qualified, I qualify the called. I delight in using the weak to confound the strong, the humble to exalt the lowly, and the ordinary to accomplish the extraordinary. Your limitations are not a barrier to me. They are an opportunity for my power to be made perfect in your weakness. So do not be afraid to step out in faith, even when you feel inadequate. I am with you, and I am enough. My beloved child, take heart in knowing that even when you falter, my love for you remains steadfast. You may stumble, you may stray from the path I've set before you, but I will never abandon you. I am the good shepherd, and when one of my sheep is lost, I leave the 99 to find the one. That is how precious you are to me. If you ever find yourself lost, remember that I am already searching for you, ready to bring you back to the safety of my embrace. Do not allow guilt or shame to keep you from returning to me. The enemy will try to convince you that your mistakes are too great, that your sins are unforgivable, or that you have strayed too far. But hear me clearly, nothing can separate you from my love. Not your past, not your failures, not even your doubts. My mercy is greater than your mistakes, and my forgiveness is freely given to all who ask. When you repent, I do not just forgive, I forget. I remove your sins as far as the east is from the west and remember them no more. You see, I'm not looking for perfection. I'm looking for a willing heart. I know your flaws, your weaknesses, and your struggles. And yet, I still choose you. I still delight in you. I still call you my own. When you fall, do not stay down. Rise up and let me help you. My grace is the wind beneath your wings, lifting you higher than you could ever go on your own. With me, there is always hope, always a second chance, and always a way forward. There is a profound beauty in surrender, my child. The world may tell you to hold tightly to control, to rely on your own strength, and to fight your battles alone. But I tell you this, surrender is not defeat, it is the gateway to victory. When you surrender to me, you are not giving up. You are giving in to my will, my plan, and my power. You are laying down the heavy burdens you were never meant to carry, and exchanging them for my peace, my strength, and my joy. It is in surrender that you find freedom. Freedom from fear, from worry, and from the need to prove yourself. When you place your trust in me, you no longer have to strive to earn my love or approval. You already have it. You are already enough. You are already mine. Rest in that truth and let it set you free. Free to be who I created you to be, free to walk boldly in your calling, and free to live a life of purpose and abundance. There will be moments when the storms of life rage around you, when the winds howl and the waves threaten to pull you under. In those moments, I want you to remember this. I am the one who calms the storm. I am the one who walks on water. And I am the one who reaches out my hand to pull you up when you feel like you are sinking. Keep your eyes fixed on me, and you will not be overwhelmed. Though the waters rise, they will not overtake you. Though the flames burn, they will not consume you. For I am with you, and I will never let you go. Do not be discouraged when you face trials. Remember, even my son faced trials. He was mocked, rejected, and crucified, but through it all he remained faithful. And because of his faithfulness, the grave could not hold him. He rose in victory, and that same victory is available to you. In this world you will have trouble, but take heart, for I have overcome the world. Your trials are not the end of the story. They are the beginning of a greater testimony. Every challenge you face is an opportunity for growth, a chance to deepen your faith and strengthen your character. Do not despise the process, for it is through the refining fire that you become who I created you to be. Gold does not shine until it has been refined, and diamonds are not formed without pressure. Trust that I am using even your hardships for your good and my glory. You may not see it now, but one day you will look back and understand how every piece fit together perfectly. As you navigate life, remember to seek my wisdom in all things. The world is full of voices clamoring for your attention, each offering its own version of truth. But my word is the only truth that stands the test of time. It is a lamp to your feet and a light to your path. Meditate on it day and night, and let it guide your decisions, your relationships, and your actions. When you build your life on my word, you are building on a solid foundation, one that cannot be shaken. Prayer is your lifeline, my child. It is not just a ritual or a duty, it is a conversation with me, your Creator, your Father, and your friend. Come to me with everything, your joys, your sorrows, your questions, and your doubts. I am always listening, always ready to respond. Prayer is not about using the right words or following a formula. It is about opening your heart to me and inviting me into your life. And when you pray, do not forget to listen. Too often you bring me your requests and then rush away, never pausing to hear my response. But I speak in the stillness, in the quiet moments when your heart is open and your mind is at rest. Be still and know that I am God. Listen for my voice, and I will guide you. I will give you wisdom when you are unsure, comfort when you are hurting, and direction when you are lost. You are not just a recipient of my love, you are also a vessel of it. I have poured my love into your heart so that it may overflow to others. Love is the greatest commandment, the greatest gift, and the greatest testimony of my presence in your life. When you love others, you reflect my character. Love even when it is difficult. Love even when it is not returned. Love even when it costs you something. For it is in loving others that you fulfill your highest calling and bring glory to my name. Do not underestimate the impact of even the smallest acts of love. A kind word, a helping hand, a listening ear. These may seem insignificant, but they have the power to change lives. You may never know the full extent of the impact you have, but trust that every act of love is a seed sown into eternity. And as you sow, so shall you reap. The harvest of love is abundant, and it is eternal. Remember, my child, you are not alone in this journey. I have given you the gift of community, a family of believers who walk alongside you. Lean on them, learn from them, and grow with them. Together you are stronger than you could ever be on your own. Encourage one another, pray for one another, and bear one another's burdens. This is how the world will know that you are mine, by the love you have for one another. Live with intention, my child. Be mindful of how you spend your time and energy. The world will try to pull you in 1,000 directions, each one promising fulfillment but leaving you empty. But my path leads to true life, to abundance, and to joy that cannot be shaken. Seek first my kingdom and my righteousness, and all these things will be added unto you. When you keep your eyes fixed on me, everything else falls into its proper place. Do not be afraid to dream, my child. The dreams I have placed within you are not random. They are whispers of the destiny I have prepared for you. But dreams alone are not enough. Faith without works is dead, and so I call you to step out in boldness, to take action, and to trust that I will guide you every step of the way. Even when the path is unclear, take the first step in faith. I will illuminate the way as you go, for I am a lamp to your feet and a light to your path. There will be times when the road ahead seems impossible, when the mountains before you appear insurmountable. But do not be discouraged, for I am the God who moves mountains. With me, all things are possible. Do not let fear hold you back from stepping into the unknown. Fear is a liar, a thief that seeks to rob you of your peace, your purpose, and your joy. But I have not given you a spirit of fear, but of power, of love, and of a sound mind. When you face challenges, remember that I have already equipped you with everything you need to overcome them. The power that raised my Son from the dead lives in you. You are more than a conqueror through me, and no weapon formed against you shall prosper. Stand firm in the truth of who you are and who I am. Speak my word over your circumstances, for my word is living and active, sharper than any two-edged sword. It is your weapon against the lies of the enemy, your shield in times of trouble, and your anchor in the storms of life. My child, you were not created to live in fear or doubt. You were created to live in freedom. Freedom from sin, freedom from shame, and freedom from the chains that seek to bind you. I sent my Son to set you free, and whom the Son sets free is free indeed. Forgiveness is not just something I offer to you, it is something I call you to extend to others. My child, I know how difficult it can be to forgive those who have hurt you. The pain they caused is real, and the scars may remain. But forgiveness is not about excusing their actions or denying your pain. It is about releasing the burden of bitterness, anger, and resentment. It is about setting yourself free. When you forgive, you reflect, "My heart, for I have forgiven you of far greater offenses." And as you forgive, you will find that healing begins to take root in your own heart. Healing is a process, my child. Whether the wounds are physical, emotional, or spiritual, they take time to mend. But do not lose hope, for I am the great physician. There is no wound too deep for me to heal, no pain too great for me to comfort, and no scar too ugly for me to redeem. Bring your brokenness to me, and I will make you whole. Trust in my timing, for healing does not always come in the way or the moment you expect. But it will come, and when it does, you will see that even your scars can become a testimony of my faithfulness. As you walk this journey, remember that I have given you a purpose that is unique to you. Do not compare yourself to others, for comparison is the thief of joy. You are not called to run their race, you are called to run yours. I have placed specific gifts, talents, and passions within you for a reason. Use them to glorify me and to bless others. When you focus on the path I have set before you, you will find contentment, fulfillment, and peace. My child, the world around you is often filled with noise, chaos, and confusion. But I am not a God of confusion. I am a God of peace. In the midst of the storm, you can find rest in me. Be still and know that I am God. Quiet your mind, quiet your heart, and listen for my voice. I speak in the stillness, in the moments when you set aside the distractions and focus on me. My peace is not like the peace the world gives. It is a peace that surpasses all understanding, a peace that guards your heart and mind in Christ Jesus. Remember that you are never alone. I am with you always to the very end of the age. When you walk through the valley, I am there. When you climb the mountain, I am there. When you sit in the quiet moments, wondering if anyone sees or cares, I am there. I am the one who sees you, who knows you, and who loves you beyond measure. Lean on me, for I am your rock, your fortress, and your refuge. My beloved, the road ahead may be uncertain, but I am certain. I am unchanging, unwavering, and unfailing. Put your trust in me, and I will direct your steps. Delight yourself in me, and I will give you the desires of your heart. Seek me with all your heart, and you will find me. Knock, and the door will be open to you. Ask, and it will be given. I am a good father who delights in giving good gifts to my children. You are my child, my treasure, my masterpiece. You were chosen, called, and set apart for a purpose far greater than you can imagine. Walk in that truth, and let it transform the way you see yourself and the world around you. Be bold, be brave, and be faithful, for I am with you, and I am for you. My beloved, let me remind you of the power of persistence. There will be times when progress feels slow, when the answers you seek seem delayed, and when it seems easier to quit than to press on. But I tell you this, do not grow weary in doing good, for at the proper time you will reap a harvest if you do not give up. The breakthroughs you long for, the dreams you've held close, and the victories I've promised are closer than you realize. Every step forward, no matter how small, brings you closer to the fulfillment of my plans for you. The enemy will try to plant seeds of doubt in your mind, whispering lies that make you question your worth, your calling, and my faithfulness. But remember that the enemy has no power over you except what you allow. Resist him, and he will flee from you. Stand firm in the truth of my word, and do not let his lies take root in your heart. You are more than a conqueror, my child, and nothing he does can change that. You walk in victory because I have already overcome the world. When you feel tired, when your spirit grows weary, come to me. I am your source of strength, your fountain of living water, and your ever-present help in trouble. Do not try to push forward on your own, for I never intended you to carry the weight of life alone. Cast your cares upon me, for I care for you. Let me renew your strength, refresh your soul, and fill you with the peace that only I can give. In me you will find rest for your soul and courage for the journey ahead. As you wait on me, know that waiting is not wasted time. It is in the waiting that I am shaping you, molding you, and preparing you for the next season of your life. Waiting requires faith, patience, and trust, qualities that are essential for the fulfillment of your calling. Do not rush ahead of my timing, for my plans are perfect, and my timing is never late. Trust that I see the bigger picture, and know that I am working all things together for your good. You may not always understand why certain doors close, why certain prayers seem unanswered, or why certain paths are blocked. But my child, know this: every no is part of a greater yes. I close doors to protect you, to redirect you, or to prepare you for something better. Trust me, even when you do not understand, for my ways are higher than your ways, and my thoughts are higher than your thoughts. What may seem like a disappointment now will one day be revealed as a blessing in disguise. You are on a journey, and every step matters. Do not despise the small beginnings or the seasons of preparation. Every great work begins with a seed that must be planted, watered, and nurtured before it can bear fruit. In the same way, I am planting seeds of purpose, faith, and character in your life. Some of these seeds will sprout quickly, while others will take time. Be patient and trust that I am at work, even when you cannot see the results. In due season, you will reap the harvest. My beloved, I want you to walk in boldness. You were not created to shrink back in fear or to hide in the shadows. You were created to shine, to stand firm, and to declare my truth with confidence. Do not be afraid of what others may think or say. Your worth is not defined by their opinions, but by my love for you. When you face opposition, remember that I am your defender. I will fight for you, and I will vindicate you. Stand firm in your faith and do not be shaken. You are a light in the darkness, my child. Do not underestimate the power of your testimony. The story I am writing in your life is unique, and it has the power to inspire, encourage, and transform others. Share your story boldly, for it is a testament to my faithfulness. Let your life be a living letter, written not with ink, but with the Spirit of the living God. Through your story, others will see my love, my grace, and my power at work. Remember, my child, that the battles you face are not just for you. They are for those who will come after you. Your victories will pave the way for others to find hope, freedom, and purpose. The struggles you overcome will become the testimonies that inspire others to persevere. Do not lose heart, for your faithfulness is not just about your own journey. It is about the lives you will impact along the way. As you walk this path, stay rooted in my love. Let my love be the foundation of everything you do. Love is the greatest commandment, the greatest gift, and the greatest calling. Love one another as I have loved you. Love your neighbor, love your enemies, and love yourself. When you walk in love, you reflect my character, and you fulfill my purpose for your life. Love is patient, love is kind, and love never fails. My child, do not underestimate the power of prayer. Prayer is not just a means of communicating with me. It is a weapon of warfare, a source of strength, and a channel of my power. When you pray, you align your heart with mine, and you invite my will to be done on earth as it is in heaven. Pray with faith, believing that I hear you and that I am working on your behalf. Pray persistently, not giving up when answers seem delayed. And pray boldly, knowing that you are my child, and I delight in answering your prayers. As you go forth, remember that you are never alone. I am with you always to the very end of the age. My Spirit lives within you, guiding you, comforting you, and empowering you. You are my temple, my dwelling place, and my beloved. Walk in the confidence of my presence, knowing that I am for you and not against you. You are not just a survivor. You are a victor, a conqueror, and an overcomer. You were chosen for such a time as this. You were created with purpose, equipped with gifts, and called to make a difference. Do not let fear, doubt, or discouragement hold you back. Step boldly into your calling and trust that I will be with you every step of the way. The plans I have for you are good, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. My beloved, you are precious to me. Never forget how deeply you are loved, how wonderfully you are made, and how significant your life is. Walk in my love, live in my truth, and shine my light. You are mine, now and forever. My beloved child, I want you to remember something very important. Nothing you do for me is ever in vain. Every prayer you offer, every act of kindness, every moment you spend helping someone in need, it all matters. Even when you don't see the immediate results, trust that I am using your efforts to bring about my perfect plan. Sometimes the seeds you sow will bear fruit long after you've planted them, but that does not mean they are forgotten. I see every good work, and I will reward your faithfulness. Do not grow discouraged when it feels like your efforts go unnoticed. You may wonder if anyone sees, if anyone cares, or if your work makes a difference. Let me assure you that I see it all. I see the sacrifices you make, the times you choose to love when it's hard, and the moments you stay faithful when it would be easier to walk away. I am not unjust. I will not forget your work and the love you have shown. Your labor in the Lord is never in vain. You are building something eternal, my child. The world often focuses on what is temporary, wealth, fame, power, but these things will pass away. What you do for my kingdom, however, will last forever. Every soul you touch, every life you impact, every heart you turn toward me is a treasure stored in heaven. These are the things that truly matter. Keep your eyes fixed on what is eternal, and do not be distracted by the fleeting things of this world. At times, you may feel overwhelmed by the brokenness around you. The pain, the injustice, the suffering. It can seem like too much to bear, but do not lose heart. I am the God who redeems, who restores, and who makes all things new. The darkness will not have the final word. My light will overcome. You are part of my plan to bring healing to this world. Through you, I will shine my light into the darkest places, and through you, I will bring hope to the hopeless. Remember, my child, that you are not responsible for changing the whole world. That is my job. What I ask of you is to be faithful in the sphere of influence I have given you. Love the people I have placed in your life. Serve where you are planted. Be a light in your corner of the world. And trust that as you do, I am working through you to accomplish my greater purpose. I know there are times when you feel inadequate for the task. You may think, who am I to make a difference? What can I do? Let me remind you that I delight in using the weak to display my strength, the ordinary to accomplish the extraordinary, and the broken to reveal my glory. You do not have to be perfect, strong, or qualified. You only need to be willing. When you step out in faith, I will equip you with everything you need. Think of the many I've used before you: Moses, who doubted his ability to speak; David, who was just a shepherd boy; Esther, who feared for her life; and Peter, who denied me 3 times. None of them were perfect, but all of them were willing. And through their obedience, I worked miracles. The same is true for you. If you will trust me and say yes to my call, I will do more through you than you could ever imagine. You see, my child, I do not see you as the world sees you. The world may focus on your outward appearance, your achievements, or your status, but I look at your heart. I see the love, the faith, and the potential I have placed within you. I see the dreams I have planted, the gifts I have given, and the purpose I have set before you. When I look at you, I see my beloved creation, my masterpiece, my child in whom I am well pleased. Do not compare yourself to others, for I have made you unique. Your journey is your own, and your calling is specific to you. What I have planned for someone else is not what I have planned for you, and that is by design. Celebrate the gifts and successes of others, but do not let them make you question your own worth or purpose. You are not in competition with anyone else. You are running the race I have set before you. Run it with perseverance and fix your eyes on me. My child, I want to talk to you about something that often weighs heavily on your heart: the pursuit of peace. In this world, peace can seem elusive. Conflict, worry, and fear often threaten to steal your sense of calm. But know this: the peace I give is not like the peace the world offers. My peace is unshakable, eternal, and independent of your circumstances. When you rest in me, you will find a peace that surpasses all understanding. To find this peace, my child, you must trust me completely. Trust that I am in control, that I know what is best for you, and that I am working all things together for your good. Do not let your heart be troubled or afraid, for I am with you. Bring your worries to me in prayer, and leave them in my hands. As you do, my peace will guard your heart and mind in Christ Jesus. And remember, peace is not just something you receive, it is something you carry. As my child, you are called to be a peacemaker. This does not mean avoiding conflict or compromising the truth. It means seeking to bring reconciliation, healing, and love wherever you go. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they will be called children of God. Be a vessel of my peace, and watch as it transforms not only your life, but also the lives of those around you. My beloved, there is so much I want to do in and through you. You are part of a story that is far greater than you can imagine. Every moment of your life, every decision you make, and every step you take is part of my divine plan. Do not be afraid to dream big, to pray bold prayers, and to step out in faith, for I am with you, and I will never leave you or forsake you. You are my child, my treasure, my joy. You were created for a purpose, chosen for a mission, and equipped for victory. Walk in that truth, and let it guide you every day of your life. No matter what comes your way, remember that you are loved, deeply, unconditionally, and eternally. You are mine, now and forever. The journey of life is not a straight path, my child. There will be twists, turns, detours, and even moments when you feel like you've hit a dead end. But know this: I am with you every step of the way. I am the one who makes a way where there seems to be no way. I am the one who turns deserts into streams and valleys of despair into mountaintops of joy. Trust in me, for I am the God who makes all things new. Sometimes the road ahead will feel uncertain. You may wonder if you are on the right path, if you are making the right choices, or if you are moving in the direction of my will. In those moments, seek me with all your heart. I have promised that when you seek me, you will find me. I will guide you with my word, with my spirit, and with the wisdom I place in your heart. Trust that even when you cannot see the next step, I am already there, preparing the way for you. Do not let the fear of failure paralyze you. Failure is not the end. It is an opportunity to learn, to grow, and to rely more deeply on me. Some of the greatest lessons you will ever learn will come from your mistakes. Do not despise them, for they are part of the process I am using to shape you. Remember, even the righteous may fall 7 times, but they rise again. You are not defeated, my child. You are being refined. I want you to walk in boldness, knowing that you are fully loved and fully equipped. The spirit I have given you is not a spirit of fear, but of power, of love, and of a sound mind. You have within you everything you need to fulfill the purpose I have for you. Do not let doubt, insecurity, or the opinions of others hold you back. Step into the fullness of who I created you to be and watch as I work miracles through your obedience. My child, there is a strength within you that comes not from your own abilities, but from my spirit. When you feel weak, remember that my power is made perfect in your weakness. When you feel overwhelmed, know that I am your refuge and strength, an ever-present help in trouble. When you feel like giving up, lean on me, and I will carry you. You do not have to do this alone, for I am with you always. There is a world around you that desperately needs the light you carry. People are hurting, searching, and longing for hope. You have been called to be a beacon of that hope, a reflection of my love, and a messenger of my truth. Do not underestimate the impact you can have. A single act of kindness, a single word of encouragement, or a single moment of faithfulness can change a life forever. Be faithful in the small things, and I will entrust you with greater things. I have given you gifts, my child, gifts that are unique to you. These are not just talents or abilities. They are tools I have placed within you to fulfill your calling. Use them wisely and use them boldly. Do not compare your gifts to those of others, for I have made each of you unique for a reason. What I have placed within you is exactly what is needed for the plans I have for you. Trust in my design and use your gifts to bring glory to my name. There will be times when you feel weary, when the weight of life feels too heavy to bear. In those moments, come to me, and I will give you rest. My yoke is easy, and my burden is light. Do not try to carry the weight of the world on your shoulders. That is my job. Trust me to provide, to protect, and to lead you. When you rest in my presence, you will find strength for the journey and peace for your soul. My beloved, I want to remind you of the power of gratitude. Gratitude is not just a response to my blessings, it is a posture of the heart. When you choose to give thanks in all circumstances, you open the door for joy, peace, and contentment to fill your life. Gratitude shifts your focus from what you lack to what you have, from your problems to my promises, and from your circumstances to my faithfulness. Cultivate a heart of gratitude, and you will find that even in the darkest moments, there is always something to be thankful for. You are never alone, my child. Even in the moments when you feel abandoned, when the silence feels deafening, and when my presence seems distant, I am with you. I have promised to never leave you or forsake you, and my promises are true. When you cannot see my hand, trust my heart. I am working in ways you cannot see, and I am always with you. As you continue on this journey, know that you are deeply loved. You are my child, my treasure, my masterpiece. You were created with purpose, chosen for a mission, and equipped for victory. Walk in the confidence of who you are in me, and let my love be the foundation of your life. No matter what you face, remember that you are never alone, and you are never without hope. My beloved child, let me remind you of the unshakable truth. My love for you is eternal. There is no force in heaven or on earth that can diminish it. Nothing you have done, nothing you will ever do, can change the way I feel about you. My love is not conditional on your performance, your success, or your ability to live a perfect life. It is rooted in who I am, the God of steadfast love, and who you are, my precious creation. Even when you question your own worth, I see your infinite value. You are worth everything to me. That is why I gave everything for you. When you feel unloved or unseen, remember that I formed you with care, counted every hair on your head, and inscribed your name on the palm of my hand. You are not forgotten. You are not invisible. You are mine, and I see you fully. Every thought, every tear, every longing of your heart, I know them all, and I hold you close. I know that in this life you will face rejection. There will be people who fail to see your value, who misunderstand you, or who hurt you. But I need you to remember that their rejection does not define you. My acceptance does. I chose you before the foundations of the world. I called you by name, and I declared you worthy of love and belonging. When the world turns away, I draw near. When others close their doors, I open my arms. Do not let the opinions of others dictate your sense of worth. The world may judge you by your appearance, your achievements, or your status, but I judge by the heart. I see beyond the surface, beyond the masks, beyond the flaws. I see the beauty of your soul, the goodness I have placed within you, and the purpose I have called you to fulfill. Rest in the knowledge that my opinion of you is the only one that truly matters, and it will never change. My child, I want to talk to you about forgiveness. Not only the forgiveness I extend to you, but the forgiveness I call you to extend to others. I know it is not always easy to forgive. The wounds inflicted by others can cut deeply, and the scars they leave may feel permanent. But forgiveness is not about excusing what was done to you. It is about releasing the hold that pain has on your heart. When you forgive, you are not setting the other person free. You're setting yourself free. Unforgiveness is like a weight that you carry, one that grows heavier with time. It robs you of joy, peace, and the ability to move forward. I do not want that for you, my child. I want you to walk in freedom. That is why I call you to forgive, even when it feels impossible. And you are not alone in this. I will help you. When you cannot forgive in your own strength, lean on me, and I will give you the grace to let go. Remember that forgiveness is not just for others, it is for you as well. There are times when you hold on to guilt and shame for things you have done, things you wish you could undo. But my child, I have already forgiven you. When you come to me in repentance, I do not hold your sins against you. I cast them into the sea of forgetfulness and remember them no more. Do not let the enemy keep you bound by shame. You are free and you are forgiven. Healing often begins with forgiveness. Whether it is forgiving someone who hurt you or forgiving yourself, it opens the door for my healing power to flow. I want to heal every wound, mend every broken piece, and restore what has been lost. Bring your pain to me and trust that I am the great physician. There is no wound too deep, no scar too ugly, and no heart too broken for me to heal. I am the one who makes all things new. My beloved, as you journey through life, remember that I have called you to be a light in the darkness. The world is full of pain, confusion, and hopelessness, but you carry my light within you. Let it shine brightly, not just in your words, but in your actions. Be a reflection of my love to those around you. Show kindness to the hurting, compassion to the broken, and hope to the lost. In doing so, you will bring glory to my name and draw others closer to me. Do not underestimate the power of small acts of love. A kind word, a listening ear, a helping hand. These may seem insignificant, but they have the power to change lives. You may never see the full impact of what you do, but trust that I am using every act of love to build my kingdom. When you love others, you are fulfilling the greatest commandment, and you are reflecting my heart. There will be times when loving others feels difficult. People may hurt you, disappoint you, or reject you. But remember that my love for you never wavers, and I call you to love others as I have loved you. This does not mean you must endure abuse or allow yourself to be mistreated. Love also involves setting healthy boundaries, seeking peace, and protecting the dignity I have given you. Trust that I will give you the wisdom to love others in a way that honors both them and yourself. My child, do not grow weary in doing good. The work you do, the love you give, and the faith you live out are not in vain. Even when it feels like no one notices, I see you. Even when it feels like nothing is changing, I am working. Trust that your faithfulness is making a difference, both in your life and in the lives of those around you. Keep going and do not give up. I have great plans for you, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. These plans may not always unfold in the way you expect, but they are perfect. Trust in my timing, for I am never late. I am working all things together for your good, and I will fulfill every promise I have made to you. Be patient, my child, and trust that the best is yet to come. As you walk this journey, stay close to me. Spend time in my presence, seek me in prayer, and meditate on my word. Let my truth be your foundation, and my love your guide. When you stay rooted in me, you will bear fruit that lasts, and you will find strength for every season. Abide in me, and I will abide in you. My child, I want to remind you of the power of faith. Faith is not just believing in me when things are going well, it is trusting me even in the midst of uncertainty. It is walking forward when you cannot see the next step, holding on to my promises when everything around you seems to contradict them. Faith is the assurance of things hoped for and the conviction of things not seen. It is the foundation of your relationship with me and the key to unlocking my power in your life. Your faith will be tested, my beloved. There will be times when circumstances challenge your trust in me, when the answers you seek seem delayed, and when the path ahead feels unclear. But know that these tests are not meant to harm you, they are meant to strengthen you. Like gold refined in the fire, your faith will emerge stronger, purer, and more unshakable. Do not fear the testing, for I am with you in every trial, and I will not let you be tempted beyond what you can bear. When you feel your faith wavering, turn to my word. My promises are sure, and my faithfulness endures forever. Remember how I have been faithful in the past, and trust that I will be faithful again. Speak my truth over your life, even when you do not feel it. Declare my promises, and let them renew your hope. Faith is not just a feeling, it is a choice to trust me, no matter what. You are not alone in this journey of faith. I have surrounded you with a community of believers, people who can encourage you, pray for you, and walk alongside you. Lean on them in times of doubt, and be a source of encouragement to them as well. Together, you can spur one another on toward love and good deeds. You were not meant to walk this journey alone. The body of Christ is strongest when its members support one another in faith and love. My beloved, I want to remind you of the importance of perseverance. The journey of faith is not a sprint, it is a marathon. There will be times when the road feels long, when progress seems slow, and when the finish line feels out of reach. In those moments, do not lose heart. Keep running the race with endurance, fixing your eyes on my Son, who is the author and finisher of your faith. He endured the cross for the joy set before him, and now he sits at my right hand, interceding for you. Every step you take brings you closer to the fulfillment of my promises. Do not despise the process, for it is in the process that you are being shaped, refined, and prepared for what lies ahead. Trust that I am with you in every moment, cheering you on, and giving you the strength to keep going. Your perseverance will be rewarded, my child. Do not give up. As you continue this journey, remember to keep your focus on me. The world is full of distractions, temptations, and noise that can pull you away from my presence. Guard your heart and mind, and be intentional about spending time with me. Seek me in prayer, worship, and my word. Let my voice be the one that guides you, comforts you, and strengthens you. When you stay connected to me, you will find the peace, joy, and direction you need. Never forget, my beloved, that you are deeply loved. You are my treasure, my delight, and my child. Walk in that truth every day and let it fill you with confidence, hope, and joy. No matter what you face, remember that I am with you and I am for you. You are mine, now and forever. My beloved child, I want you to know that your prayers are precious to me. Every word you speak, every tear you cry, every silent longing in your heart, I hear them all. You may wonder if your prayers make a difference, if they reach me, or if they change anything. Let me assure you, my child, that your prayers are powerful. They move mountains, they shift circumstances, and they align your heart with my will. Do not grow discouraged if the answers to your prayers seem delayed. I am not ignoring you, nor have I forgotten your requests. I am working, even when you cannot see it. Some answers take time because I am arranging circumstances, preparing hearts, and aligning everything perfectly. Trust that my timing is perfect, and my ways are higher than yours. Keep praying, my child, for your prayers are not in vain. There will be times when you feel unsure of what to pray or how to pray. In those moments, let my Spirit guide you. The Spirit I have placed within you intercedes on your behalf with groanings too deep for words. Even when you cannot find the right words, I know your heart. Come to me as you are, with all your doubts, fears, and questions. Prayer is not about perfection, it is about connection. I long to hear your voice, not because I need your words, but because I love you. And remember, prayer is not just about asking, it is about listening. Too often you bring your requests to me and then rush away, never pausing to hear my response. But my child, I long to speak to you. I long to guide you, comfort you, and reveal my plans for your life. Take time to be still in my presence, to quiet the noise of the world, and to listen for my voice. I speak in the stillness, in the gentle whisper that comes when your heart is open to me. My child, let me remind you of the importance of obedience. When you hear my voice, do not delay in responding. Obedience is an act of trust, a declaration that you believe my ways are higher and my plans are good. It may not always be easy, and it may require sacrifice, but trust that I will honor your faithfulness. Your obedience is not just about what you do, it is about who you are becoming. With every step of obedience, you're growing closer to me and becoming more like my son. There will be times when my instructions seem difficult, when they challenge your comfort, your plans, or your understanding. But remember that I see what you cannot see. I know what you do not know. Trust in my wisdom, even when it doesn't make sense. When you obey, you open the door for my blessings, my provision, and my miracles to flow into your life. Do not fear the cost of obedience, for the rewards are far greater than anything you could ever imagine. My beloved, do not be afraid to step out in faith. Faith and obedience go hand in hand. When you trust me enough to follow my leading, even when the path is unclear, you will see my power at work. Remember Abraham, who left everything he knew to follow my call, trusting in the promise I had given him. Through his faith and obedience, I made him the father of many nations. The same is true for you, my child. When you step out in faith, you step into the fullness of my promises. You may feel unworthy, unqualified, or ill-equipped for the calling I have placed on your life. But let me remind you that I do not call the qualified. I qualify the called. Your strength, your wisdom, and your abilities are not what determine your success. It is my power working through you that accomplishes the impossible. When you feel weak, remember that my strength is made perfect in your weakness. Lean on me and you will find all that you need. Do not let fear hold you back. Fear is a thief, a liar, and a distraction. It seeks to keep you from stepping into the purpose I have for you. But I have not given you a spirit of fear. I have given you a spirit of power, of love, and of a sound mind. When fear tries to take hold, turn to me. Let my perfect love cast out all fear, and let my promises give you courage. You are not alone, my child, and you have nothing to fear. As you move forward, remember that I am your provider. Everything you need, I will supply. I am the God who owns the cattle on 1,000 hills, the one who spoke the universe into existence. If I take care of the birds of the air and the flowers of the field, how much more will I take care of you, my precious child? Do not worry about tomorrow, for I am already there. Trust me to meet your needs, and I will do abundantly more than you could ask or think. My beloved child, as we come to the end of this time together, let me leave you with one unshakable truth. You are deeply, completely, and unconditionally loved. This love is not something you have to earn or strive for. It is freely given because of who I am and because of who you are, my precious creation. Let this love be the foundation upon which you build your life, the compass that guides your decisions, and the light that fills your heart with hope. Remember that I am with you in every moment. When you rise in the morning, I am there to greet you with new mercies. When you walk through the challenges of the day, I am your strength and your shield. When the night falls and you lay your head to rest, I am the one who watches over you, bringing you peace and restoring your soul. There is no place you can go where my presence will not follow, no moment too small for me to care, and no circumstance too great for me to handle. You are not alone on this journey, my child. You are part of a greater story, one that I am writing with love and purpose. The challenges you face, The victories you celebrate and the lessons you learn are all part of my perfect plan for your life. Trust me to guide you, to provide for you, and to carry you when you feel weary. I am the author and the finisher of your faith, and I will complete the good work I have begun in you. As you step forward into the days ahead, let my word be your foundation and my spirit your guide. Seek me in prayer, and I will give you wisdom. Meditate on my promises, and they will fill you with hope. Draw near to me, and I will fill your heart with peace. No matter what you face, remember that you are never alone, for I am with you always. You are loved, my child. You are chosen. You are called. You are mine. Let this truth carry you through every season of life, and let it remind you that you are never without hope, never without purpose, and never without my presence. Walk boldly, live faithfully, and love deeply, knowing that you are my treasure, my masterpiece, and my joy. I am proud of you, and I delight in you. My plans for you are good, and your future is filled with promise. Trust in me, and watch as I do exceedingly abundantly, more than you could ever ask or imagine. You are mine, now and forever. With all my love, your Father.